Hello. Welcome to Wednesday and the Wednesday Night Lives. So, I'm not feeling great today, but we're going to see how this goes. I have a headache. I'm struggling with what's going on in the world. I think everybody is. So, I thought we'd just come here and see how it goes this evening. I just got a notification that someone went live on my channel. So, that's interesting, right? Anyway, so let's see where the cards are going to take us tonight. We have the Two of Cups, the Four of Wands, and the Hermit. So what this is saying to me is, honor your commitments and your relationships and your collaborations. Take the time to celebrate them and to go within and really look at what it is that you're doing and what's important and how you want to move forward with your collaborations, right? So, hey Trey, how are you? Good to see you. Do you have a question or looking for something specific? I'm good, thank you. A little bit of a headache, but we'll survive, right? All right, let's see what else. Oh, any advice from Spirit on my writing and this project? Okay. This is the Four of Wands again, and the Hermit, and the Knight of Pentacles. So celebrate how far you've come, right? Take the time to look at what you've done so far, and you got the Four of Wands last time. The Four of Wands are all over the place. I just pulled them for the general start of the reading too. So take the time to celebrate how far you've come. This is the Hermit again. That's the second time we've been here, 3 minutes? And we've got the Hermit again. So get inspiration from Spirit, from yourself, from what's going on with you. And just keep going. The Knight of Pentacles doesn't look like he's moving, but he is. He's on a horse. He's obviously traveling somewhere, right? And just be consistent. Just move forward, take what you're doing, and just keep going. So I would say Spirit wants you to just keep writing, right? Slow and steady wins the race. That is absolutely the truth, right? Hi, Arisha. How are you today? You looking for a reading on something specific or just a general, what does the universe want me to know? I don't know. What's going on with my hair tonight? Does Otis still like me? Will he reach out? It was a long distance talking stage for 4 months. I think we really connected, but I think he has a girlfriend now at home. Is it serious and long term? You too, Trey. Have a good evening. Thanks for stopping by. So, Otis, huh? I think, first of all, I would trust my intuition if I were you, that if that's what you think, it's probably a reason that you think it. It's the Four of Wands again. That's 3 times in 3 pulls. Anyway, so the Eight of Swords. Take the blinds off, girl. Trust your instinct. Trust your intuition. This guy is trying to juggle some stuff, right? We don't want him juggling us. We want to be it, right? Unless, that's what you're into. But for me, I want to be the main situation. And then in the Four of Wands again, in so doing and respecting yourself and taking yourself out of that equation, if he's not willing to, there he is again. If he's not willing to celebrate you, if he's not willing to be what you need him to be, you need to go deep inside yourself and ask yourself, what am I willing to put up with? What am I willing to do? What is it that I'm looking to get out of this? And then trust your instincts, right? Does he still like you? So the Three of Swords, to me, you're hurting your own feelings. You're worrying about whether or not he likes you, and he's not reaching out, right? You think that he's got something else going on at home. And I would, if I were you, I would tell you to move forward, move on. Just, if he's not willing to take the time and to reach out to you, then he's not worth it, right? So does that resonate for you, Arisha? I hope I'm pronouncing that right. It's a very pretty name. Ooh. Is there something about this guy that's nostalgic for you? Does it remind you of something else? Something that used to be but isn't anymore? And don't let that be your guiding light, right? Just because something is familiar doesn't mean it's good for you. What do you think? Yeah, resonates. You deserve more. You just do. There's nothing more to it, is that you deserve someone who's going to be there, who's going to reach out to you. Of course, you're reaching back. But if somebody is just not doing it, not showing up, there's something else coming down the pike, right? Coming down the road. So you're very welcome. I think it's going to be a little bit slow tonight. I guess it's May 1st, Beltane. Everybody's out lighting fires, jumping over fires. I did today is I lit a candle with intention for what my intentions are for the coming month, the coming season, and just honor the sacred light within you, right? So that's what Beltane is for me. So I see there's a couple of people here. We have the Seven of Cups, the Page of Swords, and the Queen of Swords. I got the Seven of Cups earlier, and I was asking a question about what I'm doing with promoting a certain thing. And I got the Seven of Cups, and what that said to me is that it's all within my reach, right? That decide what you want, go after it. It's within your reach. We've got the Page of Swords. Be open to learning about new thoughts, new words, new ways of looking at things, new open-mindedness. And the Queen of Swords, which is my identifier, you've got your own stuff. You know who you are. You know what you need to do. You know what you need to do to get where you're looking to go, right? Oh, yeah, it's slow in here tonight. Well, that's okay. I think if nobody shows up in the next couple of minutes, we're going to close it out. I have a headache. So if you're watching this after the fact, I've got links down in the description. I've got a couple of new things that I'm working on, new readings and a new digital template for meal planning, magical meal planning that I think you're really going to like. I'm using it and I love it. So toot my own horn. So what does May have in store for us? Sunshine. Okay, so we've got the Sun, we've got the Five of Pentacles, and the King of Wands. The Sun, I think, is self-explanatory, right? Summer's coming in the northern hemisphere. We're enjoying longer days and brighter sunshine, and we're even getting close to using the pool. It's still a little cold, but it's close. And the Five of Pentacles, if you need help, ask for it. Don't suffer silently. Do what you need to do to get the help that you need, to get the companionship that you need, the friendship that you need. And the King of Wands, be open to owning your passions. If there's something that you want to do that you haven't quite done yet, or you don't know how well it's going to go over with whoever it is that's important to you, that their opinion is important to you, you never know. They might just be more supportive of what you're looking to do than you think they are, right? I think we're all alone. All right, we'll do one more pull. How about, what's going on with this world? What the heck? We're in Florida. I'm in Florida, so things are really sticky here. So what's going on with the world, and what can we do to change our part of it? The Star, right? Alchemy. Use your own magic to make the world around you a better place. The Moon. Watch out what's underneath. Look, pay attention to what's under the surface. Pay attention to what's underneath the conscious world. Look at your subconscious and act from there. I think there's a whole lot of people who are in charge trying to get away with stuff. Right? It's under the water, under the murkiness. And be willing to look at new ways of solving problems, of new ways of making things better for yourself and the world around you, right? So nobody's here. We're in about 12 minutes. So I think I'll go take some Tylenol and nurse my headache. And again, if you're watching this after the fact, please feel free to subscribe, click the links, check out what I'm doing. Oh, hi, Crystal. How are you? So we have somebody here. So Crystal wants to know, can I know what are Ken's true intentions towards me currently? Ken's intentions towards you. All right, we have Justice. So not really sure what that would say about his intention toward you. I think that there's a balance, that there's some equanimity that needs to be addressed. And we have the Lovers, which are choices. This is not always about romantic relationships, right? Most of the time it's not. But this is about choices. Do you have choices? Or does Ken have choices? I think that both of you have choices, and you should watch to see if there are any messages, not only the kind that are obvious, but are you getting any signs either way that his intentions are good or not so good? Watch those signs. Listen to your intuition. Listen to the messages that the universe sends you. And I think in the long run, you're going to wind up in the better position. So are his intentions, let's start over. Because it seems a little murky to me right now, but let's see what the cards say. Okay, so we've got a lot of horses. The Knight of Swords is, full speed ahead, full throttle, right? What is going to get done here? And then we've got death, which is about drastic change, right? Like an entire change of not only scenery, but thought processes, right? And that you need to continue to do what you need to do to move yourself forward and not really worry so much about what Ken's doing, because in the end, Ken's true intentions will show up. His true intentions will show up. And in the meantime, you have choices. You have the ability to go after what it is that you're looking to go after. I keep pulling the same cards tonight, question after question. And then the Six of Wands again. So what do you want Ken's intentions to be? I think maybe that might be a better question. Right? What do you think? I wonder if we have a delay. I can't see when someone is typing, just when it comes through. So, Five of Swords. You know, they can be whatever you want them to be. You can decide what this is going to be, but at what cost? Like, what, in order to make this happen the way you want it to happen, what are you giving up? What are you sacrificing in order to make this happen? Right? And have compassion with yourself. Let things happen the way they're going to happen, but you take care of you. You do what you need to do. Does that make sense to you? Let me know what you think. Hi, Noor. How are you tonight? Noor, am I pronouncing that properly? I see we have another couple of people coming in. Anybody have any questions? There's that Five of Swords again. I'm pulling the same cards over and over tonight, and you can see them shuffling, right? So what is the victory going to cost us? What do we have to give up in order to create the situation that we're looking to create? And is it worth it? And that's something only you can decide. Nor, do you have a question? Well, Nord, you got a couple of kings here. I am pronouncing it right? Good. So I pulled a couple of cards for you while you're thinking about your question. And we got the King of Cups and the King of Pentacles. How does... Okay. I lost your question. So I would say, okay, the King of Cups is the king of love, right? The king of relationships and grounded relationships, healthy relationships. And the King of Pentacles is a even more grounded person, usually a male kind of feel to it. Doesn't mean it's a man. How does Amen Aquarius see me as a person? So I think they see you as someone who's in charge of your own thing, that you are capable of doing what it is that you want to do. And we've got this Three of Swords keeps coming up too. And to me, this is, how am I hurting my own feelings? What is my brain doing? I know for myself, sometimes I can get so caught up in my thoughts and what I think people feel, and I wind up overthinking it. and coming to a point where like analysis paralysis, is that what they call it? Where you're so overthinking what it is that's happening that you wind up screwing yourself up. You know what I mean? So I would say that he sees you as a competent, capable person. And ooh, could you be the one that got away? Is this something that was a thing and then it wasn't a thing and now it might be becoming a thing again? What do you think? I see there's other people in here, so if you have a question, please go ahead and ask it. Even if it's just, what does the universe want me to know about whatever? You met through his work. So, when you became friends, this keeps coming up. That's the third time I pulled this card with your question. So to me, this is, something's lost, but not everything's lost. And don't forget to look at what you haven't lost. Don't be so focused on what has gone, what has passed, and focus a little bit more on what you have still. What do you think? There might be some competition, or they're honing your skills. Okay, not competition so much as practice. Is there something that you practice together, or is there some kind of collaborative energy in this that maybe are more than just two people? So I feel like this needs to be figured out first. While we're waiting, let me just say again that I'd love for you to subscribe to the channel. If you want to be notified when I go live, just tap the bell after you subscribe and like the video. I'd love for you to like the video. I would appreciate it. I see that there's people in here, but everybody's shy. Okay, Nor says we had a kind of conflict, but I reached out to settle things and then it was okay. Okay, well that would make sense with that card. I could certainly be reading it a little off. Okay. So this card says stay the course, right? You're moving forward, but you're doing it slow and steady. Like we said with Trey, slow and steady wins the race. That's what Trey said. Those were his words, which I really like. And then you've got this 5 of Swords and this 7 of Swords, which, okay, this guy is winning, right? He won whatever it was, whatever the confrontation was, whatever the conflict was. He came out on top. But at what cost, right? Like, everybody in the background, they could be just upset that they were defeated, or could there be more to it? And this guy to me always looks like he's trying to get away with something. So could that be part of the story? Could it be that there was a conflict, that maybe it's not as okay as you think it is? What do you think? Could that be possible? And again, always, if it resonates, take it with you. If it doesn't, leave it right here. They're just readings. No, it is okay? Okay. I'm okay with being wrong. It is an interpretation. So if what I'm saying doesn't resonate with you, that's perfectly okay. Whoop. Okay, I'm going to call this last call if nobody's saying anything, which is okay. It's I don't know where everybody else is, but it's really nice here. So probably after this, I'm going to go sit outside on my own deck. So I get it. When the weather turns nice, hey, Pop Girl, it's lovely here as well. Are you in the States? I have no idea where you are. If you don't want to tell me, that's okay. If you're uncomfortable with saying where you are, I'm in Florida. So it's really nice here. And we're at that time of year where it's perfect. Like in a couple of weeks, it's going to be too hot. It's almost, oh, you're in Europe. Oh, how nice. I want to go to Europe. Nora, you're very welcome. Thank you for stopping by. I hope that everything works out the way you want it to. Okay, so Pop Girl, what are we doing tonight? Uh-oh. You can see my closet. I don't know why anyone would care. Don't you feel like we care about the appearance of things more than anybody else does? Good news, I've got a job and finishing my studies, finally. Well, that's great. That is really, really good. Congratulations. Do you have a question? Nice. My mind feels more and more settled every day, but I do still feel connected to Jay somehow. That's perfectly normal. That's, sometimes even when things are really over, and we don't know that it really is at this point, but it still takes a while for you to feel like you've let that go. And I pulled some cards for you, and we got the Wheel of Fortune, which is things are coming around to where you need them to be, right? It's your season, which is great with you've got a job and you're finishing your studies, and really the world is your oyster. You can have anything that you want. You can create it. And maybe there's something else coming towards you that is going to make you happy, make you feel fulfilled, right? Hey, Dana, how are you? Dana, How are you tonight? And Pop Girl, cut yourself some slack. It takes time. I'm good. Thank you. Do you have a question? Pop Girl still wonders if he thinks about you. That's your question. All right. Okay, so I don't know if you're going to like this. I feel like you're really stuck in this, that it's really something that you're struggling with, that you're having a hard time letting go of, right? And that you are working towards getting this all done. And you have other things. You have new and better things coming financially, materially. So many opportunities are opening up for you. And I don't know whether he thinks about you or not is really the question. I think and we've talked about this before, that, it's hard to not be stuck. This guy's moving forward, but very slowly. Very, very slowly. So that's what I think. Okay, Dana, should I apply for the furniture company in Kansas? If allowed, you mean if the question's allowed? Absolutely. If you're allowed to apply to the furniture company in Kansas. Okay. Should Dana apply to the furniture company in Kansas? Yep. Okay. So go in there and blow them away with how brilliant and shiny you are. There are new opportunities coming your way, but you may have to compete for them, right? So I would say go in there and do what you need to do to be where you want to be. Be prepared that there's going to be some competition, but I think you should absolutely apply for the furniture company. Ruki, hi, I am having a debate assignment in university. I can't seem to have my points while my peers do. I'm not sure why I can't think of any. Okay, I understand. That took me a second. Okay, we got this. Study. Look into what it is that you're debating and look it up. Look it up in a book. Look it up on the internet. Look it up. Find a new way of looking at it. And this is all about learning, right? This is all about scholarly pursuits. So that's what I would do. You've got the King of Cups, which is owning your feelings regarding this, the emotions regarding this, and that it's frustrating, right? That you can't think of any, but you will. There's everything to think of. And I would just quiet my mind a little bit and see if search the topic, which I'm sure you've done already. I don't mean to make this so obviously easy, but maybe there's something you're overlooking, right? Renee, good morning from Australia. Okay, will my long distance ex return after ghosting me? Okay, so I'm going to play Mama Bear here for a minute. Do you want him back after he ghosted you? Okay, so that's my personal opinion, and I'll keep it out of it. Will he return? I don't think so. And I don't think you want him to. And I think he has shown you who he is, or she is. I don't know. What Maya Angelou said, when someone tells you who they are, believe them. And this is not making you happy, right? He ghosted you. He took off. He doesn't deserve you. What do you think, Renee? Pop girl, I'm moving forward slowly. You are. I can see it in our little bit of interaction. Yes, you're moving forward. You're moving forward slowly, but you know what? It doesn't matter. Forward is forward, and you have to go at your own pace. Okay, Ruki says, I'm preparing right now for it. However, I feel burnout. That's a real thing. That's a real thing. Burnout is no joke. I would say, you've got choices. You've got all of these opportunities ahead of you. Maybe take a minute. Maybe take a beat. Like let it go for tonight, if that makes sense to you. If you feel like you can do that without hurting yourself, maybe just take that beat and maybe you're overthinking it. And maybe you need to give it a beat. But, you have to pay attention to your burnout. You have to take care of that, because if you don't, it's not going to get better by itself, right? Dana says, thank you. Okay. Thank you. I will. You're very welcome. I hope it all works out. And go ahead and apply. Hi, Marina. How are you? Renee says, thank you. Not sure if I want a relationship with him again. Good. Smart girl. I really do miss talking to him, though. Blessings to you. Thank you so much. I would, it's interesting because even if you're not sure, and I'm talking about like me, the collective, not just you, but sometimes it's nice to know that they want to come back, even if you don't want them back. All right. So maybe that's something to think about. Marina, is anyone interested in me romantically? Yup. Okay. So we're all adults here, right? This is the Ace of Wands. This to me is a new desire, a new something coming along. What does the wand look like, right? So I would say yes. You may not be the only one that they're interested in. And are you looking for maybe a more traditional kind of relationship? I feel like there's definitely someone who is interested in you. And I think this could be a good thing. Do you have any idea who it is? Or you you don't know who it is? Hi, Darpana from India. If I'm pronouncing your name right, please let me know. So let's see. Marina, how could we figure out who it is? Okay. I think it's someone who might not be ready for you to know who they are. Right? And I would say, okay, so maybe not necessarily a man, but a masculine energy that's grounded, that's I think they're taking their time. I think they're not quite ready to let you know who it is that they are. You don't have any idea? I love stuff like this. I should have been a detective. I love trying to figure stuff out. Anyway, so let me know if you have an inkling. Jada, hi. Why did Robert start talking to me again? You're new here? Welcome. Welcome. If you want to subscribe and hit the bell, it'll let you know when we go live. We do it every Wednesday at 7 p.m. So, why did Robert start talking to me again? Okay. So, I would say that Robert is talking to you because he's exploring what his feelings are, that he's not exactly sure. Like, what is this fish? Wait, does Robert have fish? I think that it's that he's not exactly sure where to go with this, and that he's trying to look deeper inside himself and figure it out from that particular point. This is all good stuff, right? Everything is possible. You've got all the tools you need, but how does that relate to the Five of Pentacles? And I would say that with this card, he's trying to reach out for some kind of help, right? So, does that resonate at all? Because that's what it feels like to me. Marina said it could be this guy that I go to school with. I would say that's quite possible. I would say that somebody's getting something out of it, right? I don't always love this card, but it could be that they're taking something from the situation, that it feels nostalgic, that there's which might be school and the world, which is anything you want to be, anything that you want to manifest, right? I think it could be the school person. Okay, Jada says that does resonate. He loves turtles. He's my ex-boyfriend. Turtles, fish, that's a thing. I don't always see that fish that clearly, but it really jumped out at me. Thank you for subscribing and thank you for liking. Jada says it does resonate. Hello, Eileen. How are you? Marina, you're so very welcome. Thank you for stopping by. And again, like, subscribe, check out the links below. You can book your own session. There's a link in the description. Elaine, I'm glad you're good. Okay. Darpana says, ex-Shrutik, current feelings, will we reconcile? Yes, if you want to. So, Queen of Wands, who is sovereign of passions, emotions, hobbies, like any kind of passions, right? And the Hierophant, which is traditional relationships, traditional situations. And then Justice, which, balance the scales, right? So I think, Darpana, that if you want to reconcile, you can make that happen. You decide. You figure out what it is that you want. He's very passionate about his work and busy with that. Okay, that's valid. Renee says, I feel like I'm going through a spiritual awakening, a lot of weird intuitive phenomenon popping up. I'm still a bit lost when finding my life path. Same. Not sure what I'm supposed to focus on. I have that problem myself. Okay, let's see. Renee. What should Renee focus on? Okay, so you're feeling stuck. I get it. Don't focus so much about what's gone before. Pay attention to whoop. I always forget everything's backwards. So pay attention to what's still there. Don't get so caught up in what's done, what's over with, what's spilled, what's right. This is the stuck card. This is the you can get out of this situation, but don't overthink it. Don't try to get to a point where you absolutely know and you absolutely have to know absolutely everything, because that's only going to hurt you, right? Uh-oh, I think it's raining. The Chariot. Renee, I think that you should just go where the wind takes you. See what's out there. Explore everything. Right? And then the path will reveal itself a little bit more easily when you're open to it, when you're traveling it, when you're looking at what is possible, what's available to you. That's not an easy question. Darpana says he's very passionate about his work and busy with that. Okay. There's not much contact, though. He has dedicated himself to his business after things went south and says he isn't interested now. You know what? When he tells you who he is, believe him. If he's not interested right now, you have bigger and better things to get onto. If he changes his mind about that, it'll be up to you to decide whether or not to give him a chance with it. But it is up to you. You're the one in charge of your own life. Renee says, thank you so much. I was meant to find your readings today. Raining here too. I'm so glad you stopped by. Thank you so much. Let me know what happens. I'd love to know what happens. Okay, Elaine says a general reading for her. Okay, what does the universe want Elaine to know? Okay, so the universe wants you to know that even though you're looking forward and looking out into what's possible and what's going to happen, really, you've got everything you need right here. So maybe focus more on building what's already in your life, and that will make it easier for whatever's coming your way to get there. Temperance. So this is the alchemy card, right? And I would say what this is saying to me right now, this crown is really standing out for me. It's really just popping, right? So I would say that with your opening up to these other things and focusing on what's right in your hand, that you create almost a magic, an alchemy, right? And that your passions, your feelings about those things are sovereign to you. You're in charge of it. You get that. I feel like you know who you are. Right? Does that resonate? Yeah, I think so. Okay. Hi, Alex. Elaine, you do know who you are? I thought you might. Okay, Alex says, what's to come in love for me, please? Okay, what's to come in love for Alex? Watch. Be careful with what's going on, with what's new. Pay attention when someone tells you something, when you get a feeling for something, believe it, right? Watch the subconscious, watch the underbelly, watch the murkiness. Pay attention to that. And the messages, watch the messages, watch what's coming at you and pay attention to it. And this has come up. This card doesn't usually come up that much when I'm doing readings, and she's come up quite a bit tonight. So Alex, you can create whatever you want to create. I mean, we all can, right? I know I say that a lot. But you're in charge of this. You're in charge of paying attention to these messages and listening to what your intuition is telling you, good or bad. I think that you need to pay attention. I think there's something that's not great. I think you need to, and maybe it's just that there's something underneath that you need to get through in order to get to the good, which is super possible. Caution, that's what I'm seeing here. Caution in finances, caution in materials, caution in resources. This guy, I don't love to see this card, right? So pay attention. This can be nightmares. It can be feelings. It can be just, again, messages that you need to pay attention to, right? Elaine says, yes, it resonates a lot. Good. I'm glad. You're very welcome. Thank you for stopping by. If you want to like and subscribe and hit the bell, you know what to do. Darpana says, can we please once check if he is going to initiate anything or no? I think he already told you, didn't he? If he does, I don't think it's going to be for a while. I'm sorry. Okay, don't get mad at me, Darpana, but I think you are enough. You are everything that you need. You have the intuition, the insight, the knowledge that you need, and you're a star. Don't be afraid to shine, right? That if he's not doing the thing, let him go. Let him go. You are more than enough. That's my take. Okay, Elaine asks, what does my night dream mean in terms of me receiving a reward after seeing the Knight of Cups? I'm not sure if it's upright or reversed or not. Receiving a reward after seeing the Knight of Cups, like in your dream you're seeing the Knight of Cups? I think the Knight of Cups is the guy who's in love with love, right? He's the one that is ready for romance, for relationships, for love, for emotion, right? You receive a reward. Okay, this is all cups. We've got Queen of Cups, we've got Two of Cups, we've got Page of Cups. I should put on my glasses. Here's that fish guy again. It was a turtle for somebody else, right? I think what it means, what this looks like to me, is that there's something happening with either a current love or one coming in, but it looks like a romantic relationship to me. And if you identify with the Queen of Cups, if you are in tune with your emotions and dreamy and watery and all those things that we associate with cups, with the element of water, and the Two of Cups, which is about collaboration and partnership, may or may not be romantic, but here it feels romantic. Does that resonate for you? We've got the Six of Swords, which for me, the worst is over. We're moving away from whatever it was that didn't work, whatever it was that was painful, whatever. I have an itchy nose. sorry, whatever it was that was painful, that wasn't working for you, you're moving away from it and moving into these emotional cup situations, right? Yes, you are in tune with your emotions. That's you, girl. So I think you're leaving behind something that didn't work or that was painful and moving into these positive emotional situations that are going to be better for you. Right? Okay, did I get everyone? For sure. Okay, good, Elaine. Yeah, it strikes me that you know what you want. Darpana, I ask because we are still in contact on and off, and he does show positive interest. I, on the other hand, as a person, do not give up easily. I am just not able to, and things ended because of my mistakes. So, if I go up, he says he's not interested, correct? I think, I think that the thing to do would be to just believe him and let it go at that, and maybe let him work out what he needs to work out. Not interested romantically. Okay, so are you asking if there's a relationship that's platonic that's possible because of your mistakes? Well, you can't pay for your mistakes. How long can you pay for your mistakes? He's not able to trust. Okay, so I would definitely believe what he's telling me, and maybe he just needs time. Maybe there's a healing process that needs to happen. Does that sound like I think that there's time, that there needs to be time between what has gone in the past and what may be in the future, especially if he's not able to trust you at this point in time. He did say if things have to work out, they will, but not now. That's what I'm saying. Give him space. You know what? Like, pretend you don't know how to contact him and let him decide. And if he doesn't, then that's your answer, right? But forcing things, and I mean, you could force it if you wanted to. I mean, I've forced things into manifest that I shouldn't have. That you think, what was I thinking? Why did I do that? But we're all very powerful. We all have the ability to make things happen. Yeah, I'm doing exactly that, giving him space. I think that that's all you can do. At this point in time, I think that that's all you can do. Do something for you. And knowing that he's not someone who jumps from one person to another, so that's straight. Well, that's good. That's definitely good. So that's what I would do. And it sounds like you're already thinking that, giving him his space and seeing what happens. Okay, Elaine, what does Spirit want me to know in terms of my career creativity path? Okay, so you should follow me because I'm all about creativity. So what does Spirit want you to know about your career creativity path? I don't know why I'm having such a hard time talking. Right? Okay, Spirit wants you to know that there's all kinds of new things, that there's new ways of looking at this. There's new ways of possibly monetizing it as well, right? Ace of Pentacles, new streams of income. You're clearly, you ask career creativity, so you're looking at this as a monetization that you want it to. And I would say, play with it. Learn to have fun with it if you don't already. Use that fun to create that spark, which can help you decide how you want to deal with this, how you want to move forward with it. And there's a lot of different ways to do it, which I'm sure you already know. Do you want to share with me what your primary creativity thing is? I love creativity. I'm fascinated with people's creativity, with how they create, with what they create, with how art. Okay, are you a painter, an illustrator, a writer? I mean, it's all art, right? Illustration. Okay, so I'm thinking that there are traditional paths that you are following and that you should open it up, that it's cyclical, right? That you should be on the, I don't know which side I'm on, be on that traditional path, but be open to new ideas and new ways of looking at your art and balance it, balance the fun with the work and, so that it's not so much of a chore, because creativity should never be a chore, right? Even if we make a living from it, we should always enjoy that spark. I think that, whatever you want to call divine, the universe, or God, or whatever you want to call it, I think it's a spark. I think it's a gift. And I think we all have it. And I think that those of us who are those of us who are able to access it more easily should do everything they can to spark interest in other people. So you're both digital and traditional. Well, then you're doing what it says. So yes, great. Okay, GG Bridge. Is that how we're going? You can most certainly get a reading. How do the men at work view me? Okay. You're very welcome, Elaine. Let me know how it goes. Oop. How do the men at work view you? This is interesting. We have the Ace of Cups, the Five of Swords, and the Four of Pentacles. So to me, outward appearances, you're approachable and you are free with your emotions. The Five of Swords, is it a situation where it's like a win-lose situation? Without going into specifics, I feel like the Five of Swords is you're doing what needs to be done, and maybe not everybody is happy with it, right? And the Four of Pentacles, your resources, protect your resources. Don't hang on so tight that you can't make a move, but guard the resources as well. Make sure that when you're spending money, when you're spending your energy, when you're spending your resources, that you've thought about how you want this to go. Right? So let me know if that resonates with you. Okay, what am I doing here? Darpana says, may I ask you something related to my career? Absolutely. And Kayla, can I get a channel message for my ex, Ian? So I'm going to assume it's Ian. Okay. I feel like Ian is moving forward. He's moving away from it. But that you are very much able to move into the next thing, right? That you're the star of this. You're the one who decides. That Ian maybe doesn't deserve your attention. I don't know. What do you think? Okay, Gigi Bridge, there's a guy I like at my job as well. Should I let him go? But everything I said is true? Okay. I'm glad it resonated. Whoop. Okay, we got to pay. Okay. So this to me isn't heartbreak that's going to be caused by someone else towards you. It's you letting things go crazy in your mind, like letting things not overthinking them. You know what I mean? Like, I like to call this like my monkey mind. Like, what am I allowing to spiral? So I'd say let him go at this point. Okay, so we are over. So I am going to call it a night. And thank you so much for stopping by. I'd love it if you subscribe. Come back next Wednesday, 7:00. And I hope to see you then. Thank you so much. Again, check out the links in the description, and I hope to see you soon.